the layout itself. I mean, for those who are in Kenya right now, in Nairobi at the Sarit Centre, who have not experienced it yet, paint a picture of what they can experience. You touched on the Cape Town leg of it and how similar it is. But for those who haven't experienced it before, walk us through the layout. What can we expect? We walk through the doors. What are we seeing? What are we interacting with?
So look, it's actually a lovely question, Tebo, because one of those things where when you pop into a store and you see something just popping right in the middle of the store, it's like a destination within a destination.
Wow.
So we've created a concept that kind of gives you, I would say, a gift shop with everything in it. And normally people tend to talk about beauty more normally, so like it's no more a ladies thing, but it's actually across all segments. So we've kept it very inclusive. We're kind of like saying the days of buying, for example, men's socks and gowns are actually gone.
Yeah.
When you walk into the scene, you've got choices from fragrances. You're talking about beauty products. You're talking about facial products. You've got different areas you can actually touch into different brands. Then you've got our WBeauty product that goes across all those elements as well. And this thing that touches on bathroom and body. So literally you walk into a zone where you're actually cocooned within the shower. You think that you're actually walking into a separate standalone store, but yet you stay within the Woolies. And that's a destination that we created. And I always say it's difficult to always describe it, but I think if you really pop in there and even watch some of the videos, you're actually going to see this experience that immerses you into what beauty is all about, which is a first for Kenya, but also a first for us outside of the SA market.
I love that. Woolworths is a global brand. How do you then go about balancing, shall we say, the African cultural context when you're launching in new markets like Nairobi, Kenya?
If I use beauty as a good example, so makeup, for example, shades are quite critical. So normally you have to play to your market as well. Africa predominantly black, if you're thinking about dark skin, light skin, etc. It's all about what we've seen in the past is where brands have launched this kind of concept, but nobody takes into account the client is selling to. So it's just a carbon copy or copy and paste into a market. Over the 30 years that we've been operating on the continent, we've focused on understanding what the consumer wants and what actually works for them. And this is exactly what we've done in all our markets. And Kenya is one of the key markets where we're going in and going, this is what we want to do from a beauty point of view. And with our partners, we've unlocked it on that basis by learning where people have gone wrong, but actually should look into things right. But we keep a very close eye of our customers through different master classes that we've been holding in country as well on beauty and various products to understand exactly what they're looking for. Because that in itself informs what catalog should put in one shelf. And I think we've got it right. And depending on what customers say over the next couple of months, we'll add in a couple of elements that we've missed. And it becomes an ongoing learning journey. As new things come in, you add into it as well. So I think we've just nailed it in my view.
Now, this beauty destination has officially launched right at the Sarit Centre. Talk to us about the feedback that you've received so far. I'm sure quite a bit of excitement because it's the first of its kind in the area.
Definitely. I think if you look at, I'll use the usual one, people say we've been trending for the last 3 weeks now. I think it's become a destination that everyone is popping in to come and see what this newness is. And every time people come out of it, they keep saying, wow. I never thought like to see something like this within the Kenyan environment. But the thought is always, people tend to say, I can only see the brand in SA, but I'll never really see it being executed in the same way. The fact that they actually experienced the same thing they've seen in SA was a big tip for us out there. Just announcing ourselves to the world that it actually, so don't treat customers differently. Yes, it's been a journey, but we've been working on it actually to say how best to execute it. And I think most of our customers, when you're talking about influencers, media personalities, we've been in the news, people have popped in, have never really shopped us before what you're going, I didn't know Woolies had this. Now I'm actually going to start shopping at this because of X, Y, and Z. And in doing that, we've opened up doors that other retailers might have struggled to open, but just making sure it's accessible to everyone. Because we're going to need to find everything you're looking for in that environment. And the good thing about it is, there are no experts in it. It's all being managed by our local community. People understand the consumers and actually make sure that the locals actually understand what we need to share on a bigger scale.
Do you think, Yobe, when brands like Woolworths enter the market like Nairobi in Kenya, and exposes them to global brands and a different way of doing business, sustainability, community involvement, do you think that it then also inspires the community at large to start changing their ways, innovating because of your presence, showing them a different picture of what can be done?
I think it's one of those old principles one needs to think about. As a business, you can go into any market, but you never be able to survive in local communities. I think the 30 years we've been on the continent has taught us quite a lot of lessons. We've seen other brands back up and leave, but we've also been on the principle when we're in a community, we're going to make a difference. And it goes across like various channels. We're talking about suppliers, we're talking about service providers. We're not just there to make money, but actually look at how do we entrench ourselves in such a way that we are a good corporate citizen. But it's not just about donations, it's about how we grow together as a community. And everything that we've done in the past, not to treat ourselves as a premium brand, but like to treat ourselves as people offer service that is needed in an environment that they're operating in. And in the markets that we've been trading in, that's always been our ethos. And GBJ, which we call a good business channel, becomes one of those critical levers that actually build money. You can't survive without your communities. And if you operate on that basis, you're never really going to have a business in the room. And if you view yourself as a business or a premium offer, you're always going to end up with challenges because people are always going to peg you in the category. But you're going to view yourself as a part of a community that you should actually believe like brand that people believe in. And I think that's what sustained us so far and deliver what is what the good difference to our consumers. And
well, if you haven't been there yet, do yourself a favor and make your way to the Sarit Centre in Nairobi for the Woolworths beauty destination, a first of its kind, and check out the global brands that are there for the very first time, and including their WBeauty range, expanded WBeauty range, which is also part of the offering. Any plans, Yobe, to not duplicate, but to replicate this experience into other spaces in Africa as well, not just in Nairobi?
Yes, definitely. I think as part of our expansion strategy, our part is definitely to actually look at how we can quickly grow the continent. And this is the beginning of that journey. We spent years trying to refine our various offers in the other markets as well. And now comes the time we really want to grow this rapidly. So this is definitely going to be going through to other markets. It will be in different formats depending on the sizes we find. And we're working with various languages. We would likely look at opportunities we can unlock across East Africa, as well as across some of the neighboring countries that we actually operating in. We think that beauty presents a key opportunity for us, and it's a segment that's continually growing, but has not actually been done right on the continent. And it's actually most customers, or even people actually ordering online, as you mentioned earlier, or looking at other channels just to service their needs. And I think we've just found a solution that will actually work for us and will pop up across the continent in different markets, in different formats, but still delivering the same type of business experience that we are known for.
Yobe, thank you so much for your time this afternoon, and all the best with the center. We hope that it continues to bring more fantastic testimonies from the customers there in Nairobi about basically just seeing what and being exposed to brands that they haven't been exposed to before, all thanks to Woolworths, and all the best with the expansion plans as well.
Thank you very much, Bob, and thank you for having me. And thank you to your listeners.
The voice of Yobe Mvula, Woolworths Divisional Executive for Africa. The first of its kind in Nairobi, a beauty destination at the Sarit Centre. Bold new space, bringing global celebrated brands like Fenty Beauty, the Ordinary, the Laneige to Kenyan shelves for the very first time. Go check it out. It's 30 minutes after 3 p.m. Central African time. Let's get the latest in sports with Figile Lingwati.